Okay, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you the modified Inu Rig. And the two worms at the upper right hand part of the picture are the original Inu Rig. And the 7 on the left hand side are those where I've modified the hook placement and I put it at the tail as opposed to near the head of the worm. Here's an example also on the lower right hand side of some of the hooks that you can use. So in the modified version you can use treble hooks as well as drop shot hooks or whatever kind of hook you like. And I'll give you reasons why I believe this is better. So stay tuned. Hi, this is Mario Napa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the Napa Rig, which is a modified Inu Rig. And the Inu Rig took the internet by storm. I think I saw it first on October 19th. And I've not fished with it yet, but the videos I've seen with it show that it's extremely successful, but it's got some issues. And this is basically what the, I'm not going to try to repeat what they show you on the Inu Rig. You could look that up. I'll put a link up above and you'll see the original video that I saw. But this is what the worms look like after they're skewered. I got a variety of different worms. I have a watermelon red flake bullworm, KVD bullworm. I have a Magnum trick red worm, watermelon red. And then I also have a plum or a red bug Magnum finesse worm. Okay, so you could look at the video and they show you how to skewer it. I bought these from Amazon. I'll put the link below. You could get 500 of these for next to nothing. And then of course you need super glue, shown here. You need some line. I'm going to hook these up a little differently than what is shown in the Inu Rig videos, because the Inu Rig video you have to basically hook it up right to your line that's on your pole. I'm going to show it how to do it a little differently, more versatile. So I'm going to use fluorocarbon 15-pound test to rig it up. And I got 4 different types of hooks. Oh, of course, you need some split rings. This is a number 6. I have different sizes. That was the smallest I have. I have a wacky worm hook. I have a slightly smaller wacky worm hook. I have a weedless hook. I have a treble hook with white feathers. And I just have treble hooks. So now you can say, how do you use treble hooks? Well, it's because I'm rigging it differently than the Inu Rig, and I'll show you in a minute. So when you put your pieces of plastic tubing through, then you got to cut off the ends. Make it flush with the worm. It's flying all over the place. And I used crazy glue to try to keep this in place. But the problem with the, I have one in the, I don't have it with me, but the problem with this setup right here is that when this is free flowing, the line goes through this eye and through the worm, and it's basically anchored at the bottom. So when you catch a fish, the line is going to get pulled up, the whole thing is going to get scrunched up, and these little pieces of plastic tubing wind up coming out of the worm. So you can catch a fish with this rig, but you're going to catch one fish, and then the rig is going to be destroyed. And I've seen videos where they show that happening. So I'm going to put the worm on the bottom of the worm, the hook on the bottom of the worm. So I'll show you how it's going to be done. And this is another one. This is a bullworm. Again, you really got to cut these things off flush. Okay, so after you have these things skewered, like this. You got it, and I crazy glued them, so they're in there pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to cut all these off, and we'll go to the to look like this, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, so I cut off all the plastic strips or coffee stirrers. And I don't know if you can see this. I got the line running through the worm, and it's coming out the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do differently with this, I'm going to put the split ring on the bottom. I may speed through some of this so you don't have to, this video is not so long. That is on there. Now you can see what happens when the line is pulled. All right, so I'm going to put the hook on the end. Now it helps to have a split ring pliers to do this. Pick the small split ring because I want it to be less obvious. It's also most difficult to work with. See, this worm really wants to flex up. So let's cut the tag end here. So this is the worm. Now, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a snap on this thing right up here. Then you can tie it to your you can either tie it to or connect it to another snap on your line. Again, it's not exactly the same as an Inu rig. The hook is on the bottom, and as you pull, it goes up. See, it's freely moving around. What's nice about this, though, is when you hook the fish, all the tug is from back here. And the worm might move around a little bit on the line, but it's not going to get destroyed. So I'll try it out. I'll show you. I'll put together one with a treble hook and one with a treble hook with feathers. So stay tuned.